So, anybody who's here to celebrate their 10-year anniversary, please step up and face the group so we can recognize you. Ryan, please.
Speech.
Who else is here?
Where's Faith?
Faith, Ryan, Charity.
Look at all those. Jim, John, I think John, and Ken. Where's Ken?
Ken's working on this.
All right. Well, first of all, thanks everybody for joining us today and joining with me in congratulating our colleagues who've spent a significant amount of their time and energy and passion with RJO Bryan. We were extremely proud of all of our employees, but today we take the time to recognize those who've been with us for a significant amount of time. And this is part of the group that has been with us for 10 years. And I'm proud that we have an organization that has been receptive to really smart people, creative people, and dedicated people to stay with us for periods of time such as 10, 15, 20, and even today, 35 years. So that says a lot, not only about, I think, the company, but about the folks who work here, because it's it's an ecosystem, any company. The shareholders and the company itself can do a lot, and we certainly, and I have certainly tried to do the right things for our employees with a good balance of benefits, comfortable environment to work in, balance with financial prudence to ensure that all of us have jobs year in, year out. So just really thrilled to be able to recognize all of you we're going to recognize today. And thank you for what you've done. So this is the first group. These are 10 years. Let's hear it for them. So I don't have anything to say individually for you guys. You're going to have to wait for a few years for that. But once you get up there, we'll have a few extra words for you. All right, thank you. So now we have three folks celebrating 15 years with RJO today. Steve Davis, who's from RJOF. I don't know if he was able to come down. Michelle, is she here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Come on up.
Get up there, Michelle.
Juan?
Late as usual.
That's all right. No sign of Juan?
Here's one.
Juan, come on.
All right, Warren.
Turn around, Juan, come on out here. Come on out here. So these two guys, here's on our expressing our gratitude and thanks for the years of service, and I have one for Juan too. She's been trying to get a chance to wrap her hat for me for a while. I'm only the father of the manager.
That's all, man. That's all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
For all the hard work you've done. All right, moving into the 20-year category. The Aducci Danielak team, the dynamic duo. And then Carlos. Where's Carlos? Carlos. Are you guys all work together?
Yes.
All right.
20 years.
We're recognizing, get this to you guys, turn around.
Oh, no.
We're recognizing,
We're gonna make fun of
so
you.
this is for Anthony.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony.
Thanks. Thanks, Court.
Should shake hands and do this. Bob, thank you. And Carlos, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I want to tell you guys that this group of guys joined us 20 years ago when Harris Bank decided to exit the futures industry. And Harris had a nice futures business, and maybe they still would today if they stuck to it, because the banks have grown quite a bit in the futures industry. But we were fortunate enough to have Tony and Bob believe in us, because those 20 years ago we were just getting started in building a commercial agricultural brokerage business. And Tony and Bob came over with a nice set of clients, including, I think, at the time, Pillsbury, when they were around. And not only have they been great brokers and great contributors to the growth of our company, they're great people.
Thank you.
You know, they've raised the RJO flag wherever they go, and just proud to be associated with you guys. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. I won't see you.
No?
No.
All right, we're going up the flagpole. So we did 20 years, now we have one 25-year person to recognize, and that's Carol Fernandez.
All right.
Well, you're not by yourself, you're with all your friends here. Carol's been with us 25 years. I remember you started with us on the Board of Trade floor as a phone clerk. And those were pretty heady days for us down there, busy times, lots of business. And when Carol was here, in those days, you never would have had an initial vision that it was all going away, right? If you were down there, you believed in it, you actually drank the Kool-Aid, because those markets started late, they wrapped up late, it was a pretty good living for 2/3 of a day's work. But Carol, to her credit,
Carol looked at 2/3 of a day.
Carol, to her credit, saw the demise of Open Outcry and asked, and in some ways pushed her way into, how can I get into the electronic side of this marketplace? And I remember 550, was it, or 555? We had that little office on the 6th floor, and Carol was there with a bunch of guys testing software, and so she was on the front end of seeing what was going on in our industry and took advantage of it, where many of her colleagues didn't take that route, and where they landed, I'm not sure. But we've been very lucky to have Carol with us for 25 years, and she's loved by our clients. I'm sure all you guys as her peers and colleagues enjoy working with her, and it's a thrill, so congratulations. All right, now we're gonna recognize James Brooks, right?
Yeah.
And Sharon? Sharon.
Sharon's on her way.
Sharon is on her way?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll start with the Bucks, because I got a lot to say about them.
Uh-oh.
This is heavy, but since you're a single guy, I don't know what you'll do with the Bucks. It's not, it wasn't cheap, so. Listen, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, we've gotten pretty big over the years, and I know a lot of you guys know Bugs. I'm not sure everyone knows Bugs, but his formal name is James Brooks, and his nickname affectionately is Bugsy. And Bugs has been with RJO his entire adult life, from the moment he graduated from Drake University, passed the CPA exam, he came to RJO, and his passion was always being involved in the markets, not so much accounting, although he did some accounting back in the days. And Bugs' legacy into the business was his mom and dad, who literally had the first IB that I think RJO almost ever had. What year were, you know the year?
In the 60s.
In the 60s. And so he grew up in this business and watched his mom and dad be in it, and then Bugs got in it. Both his brothers got into the business as well, and so and all of them and their customers cleared RJ O'Brien, an immensely loyal group of people that have always looked out for our interests, letting us know when things are going in the marketplace, bad people. But Bugs also became the nucleus of our cattle business. RJ was always a cattle broker, but we were a small cattle broker. And Bugs, through his knowledge, his incredible capability of communication, the trust people put in him, he attracted IBs, he attracted commercial hedgers to RJ O'Brien. And today he's still, I think, more than think I know, he's still the glue for us with all this cattle community. He goes to all the conferences, people want to talk to Bugs. He definitely carries the flag for RJ O'Brien. We couldn't have a better guy who not only loves the market, but loves RJ O'Brien. So thanks, Bugs.
Thanks, buddy.
Sharon's on her way for sure?
For sure.
In the elevator.
You got little legs.
Say some
Wait
more
up.
about Bugs.
What?
You can say some more about Bugs.
Well, Bugs and I don't see as much of each other as we once did because he stopped drinking.
After
There
a
you
few
go.
named customers.
Tell us some stories.
Oh, we got some good stories. Bugs was always frugal about the T&E budget. We'd be out in the country, and me, Johnny, and Bugs would be going from one rural city to another, and try to find, we didn't have hotel reservations back then, we just say, well, let's figure out where we're at. Well, you know how you go to a interstate interchange, there's like 4 hotels, there's McDonald's, they're all around the Cloverleaf. Bugs would have us driving to the 4 different hotels, you go into the front lobby, and he'd come out with it, this one's at $122, I think we can do it better. And then we'd go to the one across, Cloverleaf was, oh, it's 119, okay, let's stay, no, let's go to this, now this one's 130, we gotta go back over here. You know, and then, so when you travel with Bugs, you just had to let it go. He always had the best deal on a car rental. But hey, it was all for the benefit of the company.
Right.
You know.
Back then it was like $62 a night or $67.
Yeah. It was cheap, and we also doubled up a lot of times too, which is.
Or tripled up.
TMI,
Yeah, there was a few days like that. There was always one gender in one room and the other.
Right.
A lot of times Mary Ellen got her own room.
Things were very tight back in those days, so, very, very tight.
All right, Sharon, where are you?
Back when I first started, there was only like 18 employees in the whole firm.
Yeah.
18 or 19. Then we grew up to 23 or 4, and then got down to 18 or 19.
Oh, you were like 40 when I got here, and then there was 20.
But
All right, Sharon, where are you?
Is she up?
Someone really texting her? Is she really?
Oh, she really is, yeah.
Is she talking to people, or
She was texting,
Look to make an entrance.
Martha.
does she know that we're waiting for her?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Was she the elevator in this building?
Yeah. FaceTime. FaceTime.
she's going to the 7th floor, elevator doesn't work.
Here she goes. Hi, bye.
Sharon!
All right.
The best for last.
All right. Come on, Sharon. You know me.
My season friend.
All right, this is, we've recognized, colleagues who've been here with us 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, and now we're at 35 years, and we just, recognized Bugs, and now we're gonna recognize you, Sharon, for your 35 years of incredible service to RJO. Bugs and Sharon are a couple of the few people that were here before me, and Sharon is, I don't know, everything you could, what I could say about Sharon is about trade entry, about tickets, how things are done, and how to do it right. That's Sharon. She's been through all the ups and downs of this company. She's the common glue. She's been someone, if we said, work at the Board of Trade, she'll work at the Board of Trade. Work at the CME, work. Come upstairs and work. Now go back to the Board of Trade, right? Supervise these 8 people that don't care about this as much as you do. I mean, everything Sharon has done has been amazing. And we also our kids grew up together.
Yep.
Sharon's daughter has a great job at the NFA. She's a CPA too, right?
Yes.
She went to college, became a CPA, and she has a really important job at the NFA. So that's really cool for me to see that as a colleague and have someone come into the industry. So I'm sweating too. Leanne, please, let's hear it. Let's get it out for Sharon.